Assalamu alaikum students. Today the topic of our lecture is commutative property and associative property. So commutative property has the definition on your screen. Let's look at this. The commutative property for union and the commutative property for intersection say that the order of the sets in which we do the operation does not change the result. So which means if we take first A union B or we write B union A, we will get the same answer. Now we have to verify this property. So first of all, we need to solve the commutative property of union. We have to prove or we have to verify the commutative property of union, which is A union B is equals to B union A. Now, the next is example, as you can see on your screen. There is a set in the question which has whole numbers between 4 and 8. So as you all know, I have told you in the previous lectures that whole numbers are starting from 0 and it is endless. These numbers has no endpoint. So whole numbers between 4 and 8 are 5, 6 and 7. As you can see here, where my mouse is locating, that 5, 6 and 7 is set A. Then B set is the even numbers less than 10. So less than 10, even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8. Now we have to take the union. You all know the concept of union. What we have to do in union, we have to take the all the elements together and we cannot repeat the element. So here we have all the elements in the answer. Here it is. In the second step, A union B is equals to 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is our answer. Then in the third step, we are proving the right hand side of the commutative property of union, which is B union A. So we have written here B union A. Now we will take the B set first, then take union and then set A. So the union will be same. We have to take all the elements. So then in the fourth step, we got the answer, and this answer is absolutely same to A union B, which means we have verified or proved the commutative property of union. So now we have to take the commutative property of intersection. Here it is. We have to solve it in the same way. We have to verify it or solve it in the same way. Now A intersection B is equal to B intersection A. And the first step is A intersection B. So first we need to write A set 5, 6, 7, then intersection sign and then B set. Now you have the concept of intersection that we have to take the common element. Those elements which are common in set A and B, we have to take them in the answer. So A intersection B, A and B has the same element 6. So the answer is 6. In the same way, the third step is B intersection A. So first we write B set, then we will write intersection and then set A. Now again taking the common is same 6 and the answer is same as well. So this is the verification of our second commutative property of intersection, which is on second number. Now the third is associative property. So associative property has a definition on your screen. You can look at this. The associative property for union and the associative property for intersection says that how the sets are grouped does not change the result. There means that A union B, you write first in the bracket A union B, or you can write, as you can see on the right hand side of the property, you can shift the bracket on B and C. So the shifting of bracket will not change the answer. So you can write first two sets, you can solve first two brackets and then first two sets and then third, or you can solve second and third set first and then the answer of second and third, we will take the union that answer with the first set A. So this is your own choice, and we have to prove this property or verify. So look at the example. Here is example. Let A is equals to A and T. This is the set given, A and T, set A, and B is TAP and the C is SAP. Then you are looking here where my mouse is. Here it is, PA and T. From where this PA and T comes, this is the answer of this A union B bracket, because we have to solve first bracket. So A union B, this is A and T, this is B, T, A, P. So we have written here A from set A, then we first of all we have written P from set B, then we have written A. A is twice, but we have to write one element one time only. So we have written A only once, then N from set A, and then T. So this is P, A, and T is the set which is the answer of A union B. Then we will take the union of A union B with C. So this is set C as AP. Then we will take the union. We got this answer, P, A, and T S. In the same way, the third step, A union B union C, here we have shifted the bracket as we are solving the right hand side. So we first need to solve the B union C. So this is the answer. A and D is the answer. Is the set B is the set A, and then this is TAPS is the answer of B union C. This is TAPS is the answer of B union C, because this is a set B and this is T element. Here it is, and then A, here it is, and then B, and in the set C, only S element is which is not common in B. So we have written that other elements are common, A and B, so we will write those elements only once. So then we got the answer P, A, and TS after taking the union in the third step. So this answer is similar to the left hand side and right hand side are similar or same. So we have proved this as well. Now the last property is associative property of intersection. This is in the same way. We will take the intersection first from the left hand side starting. So A intersection B, the questions are same at the top. This is the question. This is the same question. So we will take A and T, set A and B, T, A, P. We have to take the common here because we are solving for intersection. So that common here is A and T. So here it is. This is the answer of the intersection B, A, comma T. Then we have to